Good evening, everybody. Thanks for your patience. So I think Carla informed you that I will not be taking any questions, so I'll do the best I can to get through this to give you as much information as I can. As you can imagine, these two separate scenes are pretty dynamic, and there's a lot of questions we have to answer as we get through the night, and then we'll notify you subsequently as we move forward when we're going to meet again and hopefully provide you some more thorough answers. So this has been a long night for your police department. As you're all aware, there has been protests that have been going on over the past week, and those protests are what led to two shooting incidents last night involving LVMPD officers. The first incident involved one of our officers being shot and critically injured as he dealt with protesters in front of the Circus Hotel and Casino. The second incident was an officer-involved shooting at a separate location involving an armed subject in front of the Foley Federal Building on Las Vegas Boulevard. I'll start with the details about our officer who was shot and who this morning is in grave condition. Last night, as Metro officers were attempting to disperse a large crowd of protesters in front of the Circus, our officers were taking rocks and bottles from the crowd. Officers were attempting to get some of the protesters in custody when a shot rang out and our officer went down. The officer was transported to University Medical Center in critical condition. The suspect has been identified in the last hour and was taken into custody by our SWAT officers and K-9 units. The second incident was an officer-involved shooting that occurred at the 300 block of Las Vegas Boulevard. LVMPD and federal officers were posted at the stairs to the federal building to protect the building from protesters. At approximately 11:22 p.m., officers encountered a subject who was armed with multiple firearms and appeared to be wearing body armor. During the interaction, the subject reached for his firearm and the officers engaged him. The suspect was struck by gunfire, was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. This is a sad night for LVMPD family and a tragic night for our community. With these protests, which are leading to riots, one tragedy is only leading to another. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, as do I. Our investigations into both these incidents will be ongoing throughout the morning, and there's a lot of unanswered questions. What has occurred is utterly unacceptable. I hope the community sees it that way too. We will notify you about our next media briefing as soon as we have additional answers. Do I have any quick, short, possible questions I can help you with? Which, I'm sorry.
Was it just one officer shot?
Just one officer. He's in extremely critical condition on life support currently. There was a posting I saw that he was identified as deceased. That is not the case currently.
Sheriff, was there any indication that the man shot near the federal courthouse was part of the protest?
That's a great question. The fact that he was in vicinity of the protesters, an active scene with numerous protesters, it would lead one to believe that he was. He was obviously an open carry individual. All right, folks, thank you very much, and I'm sorry I don't have more information for you at this time, but we're doing the best we can to get through it under a trying situation. Okay, thank you.